boys and girls. Happy Tuesday, April 28th. And I am wearing a hat. It's actually my husband's hat because I don't wear hats much. It says Daytona Beach. And I'm wearing a beach shirt because today is Wild Rose Beach Day. And yesterday I forgot to wear a hat, so I'm making it up. So hopefully you wore a hat yesterday and you are wearing some beach clothes today. Today I'm going to read you chapter 3. It's titled Owen J. Sneed Elementary School. And let's see what happens to our Ralph as he starts elementary school. Okay, as Ryan hopped down the steps of the school bus, Ralph poked his nose out of his pocket and found himself in a crowd of children, all of them bundled up in hooded parkas or jackets or knit caps. Clouds of vapor came from their mouths as they shouted back and forth to one another. A tiny cloud formed in front of Ralph's nose too. A boy jumped out of a yellow tow truck and shouted, "So long, Dad!" And as the truck pulled away, he added, "So long, Arthie," to the dog sitting next to the driver. "Off," answered the dog, who looked like a kindly wolf. That boy must be Brad, thought Ralph, as the children trampled snow on the playground on their way into the long, one-story building that was the Owen J. Sneed Elementary School. Inside the building, the linoleum-floored hall, unlike the halls of the Mountain View Inn, was a broad, smooth highway with no rough carpets to wear down the already thin tires of their little motorcycle. Ralph wondered how he could endure a whole day of waiting for the night to come, so he could race down the long hall. There would be no furniture to get in his way and no little relatives to make him feel guilty for not sharing his motorcycle. That hall was the perfect race course Ralph had dreamed about ever since he had owned a motorcycle. With no one around to see him take spills, he could even rear back on one wheel to practice wheelies. Ryan entered room 5, a room different from any room Ralph had ever seen. Unlike the rooms at the inn, this one was furnished with many chairs and tables instead of beds. At the front seated at a desk was a woman Ralph knew must be Miss Kay. Her toothpaste was nowhere in sight. At the rear of the room, Ralph hung his backpack on a hook. Then he removed his parka and hung it on the hook too. "Hey, don't leave me here all by myself," squeaked Ralph, alarmed at being alone in such a strange place. "Take me with you." "Promise you'll stay out of sight," whispered Ryan out of the corner of his mouth. "Sure," agreed Ralph. I don't know about this. Here we go. There's some illustrations for you. Ryan started to poke Ralph into the pocket of his jeans until Ralph ejected, "Hey, not here. This place is too tight. You'll squash me when you sit down." "Sorry," said Ryan, and he dropped Ralph into the breast pocket of his plaid flannel shirt. No sooner had Ryan sat down at the table than he and the rest of room 5 stood up again to recite some words about a flag and something about liberty and justice for all. Whatever it was, Ralph hoped mice were included. Ryan sat down and began to shuffle books and papers while Miss Kay talked about numbers. Ralph tried to listen above the steady lub-dub of Ryan's heart, but soon he grew bored. Ryan's shirt was new and the flannel still fuzzy. Ralph nipped a hole in the front of the pocket for a better view, and then, lulled by the muffled lub-dub and the steady rise and fall of Ryan's chest, fell asleep as if he were being rocked in a cradle. Because the heart does not strike the hours like a clock, Ralph slept until recess, and again until lunchtime, when Ryan remembered to slip a bit of sandwich into the pocket for his lunch. Sometime in the afternoon, Ralph awoke feeling hot, cramped, and restless. Maybe no one would notice if a small brown mouse poked his nose out for fresh air. After a few whiffs, Ralph stuck his head all the way out to see what was going on. Uh-oh. All heads except one was bent over papers on the tables. One girl was chewing a pencil, staring into space. "That's funny," thought Ralph. "I didn't know people gnawed things too." Unexpectedly, the girl turned her head and looked straight at Ralph. Then she tapped another girl on the shoulder and pointed. Too late. Ralph ducked back in the pocket. He heard the girls whispering, and soon others were whispering too. Oh no, thought Ralph, feeling both guilty and doomed. He had broken his promise to stay out of sight. He was in trouble. Miss Kay spoke. "Melissa, is something disturbing you?" she asked. Melissa thought Ralph. "So that's the girl whose boots I'm supposed to live in." "Not exactly," Miss Kay answered Melissa. "There seems to be something going on that I don't know about," persisted Miss Kay. "Won't someone let me in on it?" I thought I saw something move in Ryan's pocket," admitted Melissa. Uh-oh, there's Melissa. And Ryan, and do you spot Ralph? Right there. This could be a recipe for disaster. Ryan, do you have something you wish to share with the class? Asked Miss Kay. Ralph squeezed himself into a corner of the pocket as Ryan's heart began to beat faster. Or rev up, as Ralph thought of it. No, not exactly, Ryan told his teacher. The class began to speak. Yes, he does. He does too. I saw something about and it moved. Ralph dug his claws into the flannel shirt of Miss Kay. As Miss Kay said, Ryan, will you come to the front of the room and let us see what it is? Ralph started to chew through the side of the pocket closest to the heartbeat. As Ryan walked to the front of the room, he reached into his pocket, grasped Ralph by the tail and dragged him, clawing and striking out of the pocket. Ralph was so angry at the treatment he was squeakless. When Ryan set him on the palm of his hand, he turned his back to the class and sat quivering with rage and terror. What a beautiful mouse, said Miss Kay, who was young and enthusiastic and eager to give her pupils learning experiences. Class, gather around for a better look. I'm beautiful, thought Ralph. No adult or child for that matter had ever described him as beautiful. Far from it. Look at this perfect little paw, said Miss Kay. Ralph looked too as the class left their seats to crowd around. His paws looked like ordinary mouse paws to him, but now that she mentioned it, maybe. And his lovely little ears, continued Miss Kay. Ah, breathed the children, he's cute, he's really neat, he's darling. Well, what do you know? Ralph perked up and stopped squawking. Stopped quaking. Shyly turned to face the class. One member of room 5, however, did not admire Ralph. He's just your standard brown mouse, said Brad. There are plenty more like him. Where'd you get your mouse, Ryan? Asked Miss Kay. All right, we'll leave it there, boys and girls. I think we're halfway through chapter 3, and we'll pick up the next pages tomorrow. I hope Ralph is safe at school. We'll see what happens. I wonder what would happen if we found a mouse in our room. Not sure if I'd be as understanding as Miss Kay. Have a good day. Enjoy beach day.